Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Black Panther in Search of Wakanda. This is a ABC 2020 television special from 2022, and it's 41 minutes long, 40-ish really. But yeah, this aired on ABC last fall, about a week before Wakanda Forever was released into theaters, and this pretty much, yeah, it's a documentary in a sense that, it tells how the movie was made, what they went into. They talk with the costume designer and the composer, and of course the director Ryan Coogler, and also the actors, of course Letitia Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, Diana Guerrera, and Angela Bassett, and so many others. Just their experience of making the film. But that's not all what this is about. Of course, it's about the cultural impact of Black Panther since the last film, since his first appearance in Captain America: Civil War. It's so many. Oh yeah, Civil War. I'm almost like Winter Soldier. No. Well, yeah. Wait, it was. No, it was Civil War. Why am I even guessing this? That was in 2016. So I should know better. Anyway, this is very much a look back on everything that has led us to this sequel, regrettably without Chadwick Boseman. And of course, you cannot talk about Black Panther films without talking about Chadwick Boseman and his legacy and everything that he was, who he was. And it's the kind of movie, if you like the movie at all, you get to see that this is not just, oh, look, another superhero movie. It had a cultural impact on a level that is not been seen in a long time, or if ever. I mean, yeah, you get another Batman movie, you get another Captain America movie, or you get, the Avengers teaming up again. All those things are great, they're awesome, they're exciting, and they're fun, as they should be. But imagine the weight of having a film come out that is gonna represent people, many different people who have never really been represented well, or so completely, using their own voice in film. And with Wakanda Forever, the sequel, you get to see two cultures: the Latin culture, the Mexican culture, expressed through Telecon, which is Namor's people, which is the MCU's take on Atlanteans. Not a Mediterranean out in the Atlantic kind of people, but the lost Incan tribes, maybe. Anyway, it sort of pulls those worlds together, and you can't help, like, you can't, if you like this, if you like Chadwick, if you like the films, and if you haven't noticed, I'm not black. If that's not easily apparent right off the bat, it's still, it gives me chills. It still gives me goosebumps. It still got me misty-eyed hearing everybody talk about Chadwick. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know the guy. Like, why should I care? It's just that every time he expresses himself, and well, you could say that's down to selective marketing and good representation by your agent. But no, anytime anybody had come in contact with him alive, when he was still around us physically, people had nothing but good things to say about him. And he has always presented himself, whether he's in playing a character, like Jackie Robinson, or King T'Challa. He always comes through with a certain level of gravitas, a level of respect for who he's portraying and for himself in that portrayal. You get to see him, pieces of him speaking at his commencement speech back in 2018 or so for Howard University, where he graduated from, and you get to see him talking about some of his early roles and early struggles at what was assumed that, well, he was a black character, he's a black a man who doesn't have a mother or father. Well, it was assumed that, his mother was a drug addict and his father left when he was a child. And it's those kind of stories that assumptions were made that is a black character. Yes, that is something that is the backstory for many characters, but not specifically black. And it's just kind of incredible to see how this is all laid out. And you get to see in this, beyond just seeing Chadwick, again, you get to see the touchstone moments of how he's first revealed, how he was first presented in the first film, and how he interacted with so many in the other films that he appeared in, the Avengers films, and eventually, then of course, Black Panther itself, the first film. And you get to see a lot of how it affected moviegoers, how it affected cultures, people around the world, especially in Africa, who saw reflected, whether it was the sound of music, costumes, patterns in the costumes, intentionally created to reflect multiple cultures throughout Africa, through Ruthie Carter, an Academy Award-winning costume designer now, thanks to the Black Panther film. You can see that nothing was just a mistake. Like, oh, let's just put it out there, superhero movie, let's make some money. It's so much thought under the helm of Ryan Coogler. So much of it impacted people around the globe, not just America, not just people who like comic books, but people around the world. And that's what this documentary is about. Yes, there's probably a Marvel assembled documentary that goes deeper into the filmmaking process, and probably tells probably a lot of different similar interviews and discussions about Chadwick and things like that. Yes, that probably exists on Disney Plus. I'm sure it does. But this is the 2020 documentary that couldn't reveal too much. We don't know any of the spoilers because this was originally released a week before the film. So one of the most important things about this, which I don't know if anybody else has, any other interview or documentary has, is interview with Chadwick's widow, Simone. And you get to, Whoopi Goldberg actually interviews her. Robin Roberts is the main host of this special, as she often does a lot of the Disney kind of character things. But she's the main person in this. But Whoopi was the one who's able to interview Simone, and you get to see how his legacy lives on through the Cultural Arts Center scholarships, and how his legacy is influencing more and more creative people of color through Howard University for generations to come, which is fantastic. Sadly, he and Simone didn't have any kids, but through this, they're influencing the lives of so many kids. So this is, if you're, like I said, you like this stuff, you like these characters in the film and the actor and everything else, I don't think it's going to be difficult to not be affected by this. I know, like I said, I just got all, try to keep it together, but hey, that's what you get, yeah. So I highly recommend this, as if you're a Marvel fan or a Chadwick Boseman fan. And of course, yeah, you get to see all these lovely ladies and talking about their characters and the things that they do in the making of this film, and what it took to put it to film through so many different things that they had to go through at that time. So, yeah, it's an emotional journey. Let's just say that. I wouldn't say it's fun, but it's fun. There's lots of things to laugh about, and then you can see some joy in the making of this. But yeah, it's heartbreaking at the same time. But yeah, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
216.
216. 216. Come on. Oh, okay. I believe we have a musical on our hands. We have a movie musical I have not seen yet. And man, we just missed seeing so many other things in the I, in the, eyes, alphabetically, I. This starts with I, and it is Into the Woods. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a musical, from what I remember. Yeah. Into the Woods is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.